Rachel here with the Devil's Lake Chamber of Commerce. Today we are at the beautiful Grams Island State Park, and I am visiting with Park Manager Jim Loken and Assistant Park Manager Ryan Nelson. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Thanks, Rachel.
Fantastic day to be out here.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous, perfect weather, not too much wind. So first, to get us started, do you guys want to tell me a little bit about the history of Grams Island State Park, kind of how it came to be, when it started?
Well, Grams Island State Park is just part of a group of parks that was established in 1988. It was part of the Devil's Lake State Park system, and with that we had 4 different locations. We had Grams Island State Park, of course, we had Shelvers Grove, the Narrows, and also Black Tiger Bay. Now, as most of you know, the water has came up, so over the course of time, we lost Shelvers Grove. That's underwater. The Narrows, everything we had there, that's underwater. Black Tiger Bay went underwater in 2011, but it has resurfaced again, so it is usable, but it's only operated as a primitive boat ramp right now. And that leads to Grams Island State Park, so this is kind of the focal point of the North Dakota Parks and Recreation Department on Devil's Lake.
Okay. And can you tell me, this park, how big is it?
The park itself is it's about 1,200 acres. Sitting on Grams Island, which is closer to that 4,500 acres at the kind of the current water level that we're at right now. And then the department utilizes for its facilities probably less than half of that. So a lot of it is just naturally habitated areas and not modernized whatsoever.
Okay, very cool. Jim, can you tell me how many people do you have employed out here at the state park?
Well, we typically run a seasonal staff of between 16 and 18 individuals. Permanent staff, we have 3 of us that are actual full-time employees. Myself, Ryan, Doug Staples, he's our maintenance supervisor. But then we also have a administrative assistant, Teresa Hogginson. She does work year-round.
Okay. So the park has all different kinds of amenities out here. You can come camping, you can launch your boat out here, picnics, all kinds of good things. Can you touch on some of the things that people might not know about that we could do out here?
Yeah, well, Rachel, you talked about when you think of a state park, particularly at Grams Island, one of the first things that comes to mind is the 4-lane boat ramp that we have, the fish cleaning station, the camping facilities, and more of the overnight facilities. We do have 4 camper cabins that actually showcase one of the best views in the park. They overlook Zebok Pass, but we also have quite a few day use areas that'll include picnic shelters. There's some upright grills that you can do some cooking if you want to come out for an afternoon. And then we have our beach areas. We have a couple fishing docks where we don't allow any boats to tie off of them because it's Devil's Lake. Some of the best fishing takes place right from the shore, so we like to keep those areas open for those types of anglers. And then our walking trails or hiking trails that we utilize them for hiking trails in the summer, and then utilize them in the wintertime. We groom them for cross-country ski trails.
Okay.
And then we have our Sievert Thompson Activities Center that can accommodate groups up to 150. It's an ideal facility for weddings or family reunions, events, gatherings. We host a lot of the rules meetings for the fishing tournaments.
Okay.
So, and then another facility is our amphitheater facility that in a normal year we'll utilize that area for videos, PowerPoints, things like that for a lot of our interpretive activities, like campfire programs for our groups from of all ages. So
very cool. And do you have like recreational rentals out here too that people can utilize?
No, at this point we do not have rentals. If a person ends up renting the Sievert Thompson Center, they have access to a variety of different amenities. We have a grill that goes with the Siebert Thompson Center that they end up using. Then they have access to the volleyball equipment, the horseshoe equipment. And if someone really wants to, they can come in and ask, hey, can we get some horseshoes? And we're going to let them have some horseshoes so they can go play horseshoes.
Awesome. Another thing I wanted to touch on, you mentioned fishing tournaments. I know that you guys host a lot of national and regional fishing tournaments out here. Can you just talk a little bit about those? How many you host? How many people you can host out here at one time? And just kind of how the park helps get those programs moving.
Yeah, well, we work pretty closely with a lot of those organizations, in particular, you know, for the chamber tournament,
Yep.
the annual chamber tournament, and you know the capacity that we have out here, I think, kind of makes it almost an ideal place for those.
Absolutely.
That, and it's, you know, it's centrally located on Devil's Lake, so it's highly desirable, I think, for most of the anglers. But the 4-lane boat ramp certainly helps, you know, during the launching and the loading process to kind of get the anglers on the water when they want to get on the water, and when they're ready to get off, it doesn't take very long. But you know, our staff is fully committed, you know, to assisting in whatever way possible during those, you know, during the national and like the chamber tournaments. So it's kind of a all staff on board to keep the traffic control moving, because we know that's a very vital role to a successful tournament. And then we do have a lot of smaller tournaments that, you know, are registered with the North Dakota Game and Fish, and those coordinators of those tournaments will contact myself or Jim and work with us on, you know, where they're going to have, say, the weigh-in or the rules meeting, and we're usually able to accommodate those.
Wonderful. Very cool. Now, another huge part of the park is your campgrounds. Tell me a little bit about your camping here, and how many people you can host at one time. I feel like it recently expanded.
Well, it did recently expand, but we'll just get into the type of camping we have. We have 4 main campgrounds.
Okay.
So we have our primitive campground, where if you don't need any amenities whatsoever, you can go there, camp with your tent, or you can pull an RV in there if you'd like. Then we have 3 modern campgrounds. We have the Howard Campground, the Ziebach Campground, and our newest campground, which is the La Rose Campground, which is right behind our bait shop here. And that is a full service one where we have water and sewer hookups at the site.
Okay.
The other 2 modern sites have water hookups but no sewer hookups. So when we're talking about full capacity, we've actually got 149 sites in the park.
Okay.
However, in those 149 sites, we can accommodate 184 campers, because some of those sites are doubles and triples and quad sites.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we can fit some pretty good groups in here.
Awesome. That's good to know, especially during the beautiful summertime when people are wanting to get out of their homes and take a little vacation.
And I think one of the really attractive aspects to Graham's Island is it's a little, you know, it's a pretty young park. And so when these campgrounds have been established, the design of them really took into account the larger RVs and the size of the camping units that you know, our visitors are bringing in. And so a lot of the sites can accommodate those 40-foot plus RVs that we're seeing these days.
Wonderful. Now, kind of going off of that, you mentioned that was kind of a unique feature. Is there any other unique features about the park that either of you want to share? Something people might not know about?
Well, I mean, you have everything that we've talked about. You know, some of the aspects that we haven't talked about is maybe the wildlife.
Okay.
It's a great area to come and, you know, for bird watching, wildlife watching. We have a number of different species out on the island, and so we see a lot of those visitors that travel from, you know, distances away, just want to kind of get away, and it's a great place to relax and say do some bird watching, or I'll even go out and say even stargazing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of light that's going to deter that.
Yep.
And then the only other aspect that I really enjoy is our areas that haven't been modernized in the park. We do offer hunting in the fall.
Okay.
We do have areas that accommodate deer and turkey hunting.
Okay.
So, for both the bow hunters and the gun hunters.
Okay.
During the fall time.
Cool. I didn't know that. Jim, what's your favorite part of the park?
It's kind of unique being able to live on an island. Just some trivia tidbits here. A lot of our visitors, when they come here, do not realize Devil's Lake is actually the largest natural lake that we have in the state of North Dakota. Because a lot of people say, no, Lake Sakakawea, that's our largest lake. But no, we're a natural lake. They're a dammed up lake. So that's just kind of a unique feature. And one thing that is also very unique is the different demographic of people that get in here.
Mm-hmm.
We meet people from 48, sometimes 49 of the states and several different countries. So it's just kind of a melting pot. It's a destination place for a lot of people to come in and see what we have to offer.
Absolutely. That's very neat and something cool to know. I mean, if people are looking for a destination, that's great to know. It's a kind of a melting pot where you can meet people from all over. So Jim or Ryan, if somebody wanted to get some more information on the park here or reserve a campsite to do some camping out here, where is the best place to go and do that? A phone number to call? What's the best route?
Yep, the actual best place to go would be on our state park website. And that address is www.parkrec.nd.gov. So again, www.parkrec.nd.gov.
Okay.
And on that site, you'll be able to find the link for our online reservation system, so you can actually go on and reserve the sites yourself.
Okay.
You'll also find on there our 800 number for our call center, and you'll also find all of our contact information under the Grams Island destination link.
Okay.
So with that, there'll also be a lot of other information on the park, so people can study up before you get here.
Perfect.
So this year's been a little different too.
Absolutely.
We've had a lot of new campers come in, and camping etiquette is something we're trying to stress a little bit. So please, when you're going online, making those reservations, scoping out the park, try and be aware of some of the things you can and can't do in the parks. Because it's better to find out or ask before you do something instead of thinking that you can do it when you get here.
Absolutely. And if there's any questions or hesitations, give you a call.
Yeah, they can always give our office a call.
Okay.
That phone number is 701-766-4015. The other way to make reservations through the call center, if you're not comfortable making those reservations online, you can utilize the call center, and that phone number is 1-800-807-4723.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to tell us a little bit more about Grams Island State Park. We certainly appreciate it, and we are so lucky to have this beautiful place just right outside of Devil's Lake. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you for having us, and we are so happy to be part of your guys' community.
Awesome. Thank you
Yes,
guys.
thank you,
Enjoy
Rachel.
the beautiful day.
You too.
Thank you.